कि बरतानवी वज़ीर ख़ारजा GCU में तकरीब से खिताब कर रहे हैं।
Against violent extremism. And I feel that as a result, this nation's ambition has too often been held back by rivalry and mistrust. And coming here today over the last day or so, talking to all the people that I have, I'm increasingly confident that this is changing and that you in this country are embracing the opportunities around you. And all I want to say, my message to you students, scholars here at this great university and to everybody in Pakistan, is that Britain wants to be with you as you make this journey, as indeed we have been with you in the past. And I think bilateral trade, frankly, I don't know whether you agree, bilateral trade could be better than 2.7 billion when you consider the enormous social, cultural links between our countries that I've already described. And one reason why I was in favour of leaving the EU, of our country leaving the EU, was that I wanted Britain to widen the horizons of our foreign policy and to reinforce our ties with our friends across the world. Not to leave Europe. We can't leave the EU. That's a different thing from leaving Europe. We couldn't leave Europe unless you towed the United Kingdom out into the middle of the Atlantic and tried to sink it with 24-inch guns. That's not going to happen. We're always going to be part of Europe, and we will continue to champion Pakistan in Europe. But we want to rekindle and re-energize our relations with this country and with others. So I want our global Britain to play an even stronger role on the world stage and really maximize, leverage our assets as the fifth biggest economy on earth, a permanent member of the UN Security Council, and all the other things that you know. And I want the UK and Pakistan to do so much more together. I think the size of our bilateral development program, to which I've already alluded, and I've spoken about a great deal over the last day or so, I think that shows the strength of our commitment. And I know that the needs and the challenge are very great in Pakistan. 66 million people still live in absolute poverty, half the adult population, 2/3 of women, alas, cannot read or write. And never mind the disadvantage, think of the potential that could be unleashed when that ratio is changed. Not every Pakistani gets the chance to study at an institution as superb as this one. And I know the inspiring motto here is courage to know. Courage to know. Of course, there are so many Pakistani kids who have plenty of courage, but simply don't get the opportunity to know. And we want to be part of that effort to change that. So we've made investing in education the biggest priority, the single biggest priority of our aid program, and working in partnership with your government here in nationally and of course here in Punjab. British aid in Punjab alone is helping 8 million children to attend state primary or secondary schools, and I want us in our country to remain open to brilliant students from Pakistan who may wish to come and study. And I'm delighted to say that last year we sent over 80 Chevening scholars from Pakistan to study in the UK. Any Chevening scholars here? My goodness, well done, Chevening scholars. Thank you for turning up. You are have you enjoyed your time in the UK? You don't feel you have to say that just because you're But I'm absolutely delighted that you have, and I think it makes a real difference to my country and our society that we're able to benefit from brilliant people around the world who come to our universities. Next year, I look forward to celebrating Pakistan's 70th anniversary of our independence, and there is huge interest, as you can imagine, in the British Parliament and in our government in making this relationship even closer. But as I look ahead, I want our ties to be based much more than on trade and security cooperation, important those are. I want us to have a much more dynamic trading relationship, a real partnership between the UK and Pakistan. And I believe that the opportunities should allow Pakistan to develop its future as a great trading location in the heart of Asia. I'm thrilled to discover, I don't know how you've been able to do without it for so long, that Tesco is shortly opening in Pakistan. I don't know whether you know what Tesco is, but you will discover it's a wonderful supermarket. I see a look of certain, you don't yet know what Tesco is, I can tell, but Tesco is a wonderful, Tesco is the William Finches of the 21st century. That's who they are. They're brilliant. They are brilliant entrepreneurs, and you will find in Tesco everything that the heart could desire. So I want those William Finches. I want those British trades people, those entrepreneurs, to think of Lahore when they have goods to sell in Asia, and then to have this is the key point, not just being able to sell into Lahore, but then to have no difficulty at all, like William Finch sending that consignment of indigo snap, ping, like a ricochet off to Aleppo. I want them to be able to sell it to the markets around the region and the world. If that is where the best price is to be found. That was what Pakistan was able, that was what this region was able to achieve in centuries gone by. And I think that if we work hard enough and we work together, I think it can be true again. So let's build a new partnership between the UK and Pakistan, two dynamic, open and trading nations, for the benefit not just of the UK and Pakistan, but for the benefit of the entire world. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. And I would like to thank you once again for choosing to be here in Government College University, Lahore, to address the students. And I think